got 9.
A 9? Alright, so that beats me. I had a 17, so we're good. So we'll be going this way. We'll introduce everybody. We're with Willie, who's playing his Warforged Juggernaut. Fighter, also a Artificer. We're here with John.
Hellspawn.
John's playing Hellspawn. We're here with Robert, who's playing his Druid Treant.
Yeah, Druid Treant.
And we're here with Bobby, who's playing her
Monk Elementalist.
Kitty Monk. So, we're also here with Karen. Karen's out here getting something ready for us, so we'll come back to her when it's her turn. So, Willie gets to go first, so we'll start with Willie. Basically, what you see before you, like I said before when we were in the other game, you guys basically had to go to the Outlands and retrieve the ship. So you guys find the ship basically after this huge explosion goes off and goes off, levels an entire city. You guys are making it to the city. We're starting off again where everybody's taking the magical radiation. Okay?
What kind of effect is that?
It
shitty
sucks it sucks your magic out, and then when there's no more magic to suck, then it sucks the vitality out of you. Astral Sea basically connects all the other planes.
Okay.
Right? The outside of the Astral Sea is called the Outlands. I think of it like the seashore and the sea bottom. And at the middle of this bottom is a tower, like Dark Tower if you've seen the movie. Okay? Now, the closer you get to the center of the Outlands, the less stuff works. So the tower itself is actually a meeting place for gods. Because when you get to the absolute center, nobody has power. Everybody is on equal footing. So, you guys are currently about 600 miles away from the tower, which means only spells 4th level or lower work. Between 5 and 6, they're impaired. The other things that do not work is once you reach a certain range, there are no longer any spell-like abilities. Psionics stop working.
Why are we going here then? This sucks.
Yeah, this place is a horrible place to be.
We're leaving, right?
We got to get our ship back. Our ship is basically floating above this city that the ship just destroyed.
So
It sucks away everything, including planar effects.
Oh, okay.
So it would affect your character, yes.
Okay.
Even though you can endure planar elements, this is the plane that takes all things away.
Okay.
You guys are at 600. When you go further in, lesser gods start to lose their power. You go further in towards the center, medium gods start to lose their power. And then if you get to the absolute center, like major deities, like Io, have no power. You'd be surprised how busy the center is, because it's a meeting place for all different kinds of gods. They come here to negotiate. Because
That's actually smart.
yes, they're on common ground. It's the only place
Where
everybody's neutral.
Yeah.
For the people who weren't here, we followed the ship into the Outlands, or the trail, and then we seen this explosion like a nuclear bomb goes off, and we go to that, and we figure out that the ship leveled the city.
It's a magic ship.
If the ship goes any further, it's not good.
It's done. Okay.
Well, better get ready to pick the fucker up.
The android took the ship as far as it could go. It was a stranger. It was a stranger danger.
But they're not. We don't know if they're good or bad.
He rolled the percentiles to see if it was here to help or hurt. They're here to help, but not in the way you guys think. So these demons start coming out of nowhere and attacking them. Now keep in mind also, nobody has special abilities here. So the demons don't have any of the special abilities they have. They're just basically attacking.
So basically, he's half trained devil, so won't he be control of the demons?
He would want to kill them.
Yeah, my guy.
Immediately, as soon as they show up, he would want to just slaughter them. We'll start with Willie. Before we start that, we'll go back to what Chris was doing. Where we left off was Chris was attacking one of the giants and he bit its head off. Okay? What I forgot to mention in that campaign, or that session, I mean, is that as soon as you started chomping down on it and its body hit the ground, you realized something immediately, because your true sight isn't working right now, Willie. But as soon as the body hits the ground and Chris is sitting there chewing on it, and Chris is like, crunch, crunch, crunch. This tastes like metal. And as soon as you look down at the body, the decapitated corpse of the giant laying there, you notice that it's a machine. Willie himself is barely functioning right now.
What would happen to him? Because technically he's still just a living tree.
If he goes any further in, he would become a tree.
So no, you should not be in the front. You should be in the furthest back, or else you'll.
So you would stop. You would cease to be a tree, and you would become a tree. So Willie, it is your turn.
Wait.
What are you doing?
What are my options?
You can try and get closer to the ship,
Nope.
or
far away
you
are we from the
can
ship?
figure out why the ship is here.
You have to just rush into battle. I can't do nothing. Hey, Dragon, come on, man!
Okay. So you tell your pet to attack what? The closest thing?
I want to try to talk to one of the constructs, see what's going
Between
on.
the three of you, you got everything covered though.
To one of the giants?
Hatred of
Yeah.
hell.
Okay. The closest one to you is on that side, over there. If you want, you can go over to him. Or make your way over to him. You're moving them past the demon?
No.
Okay, just wondering.
Wait a minute, where's the demon?
Right next to him. Walking up, running up, what are you doing?
Walking, I'm going.
Okay, so
Hello.
you start making your way towards this wall that you can tell that there's a giant behind it because he's peeking his head out every once in a while.
Mhm.
As you approach, he basically bashes through the wall, grabs a rock, and is about to hit you in the head with it. Roll an initiative. What'd you get?
20.
You got a 3.
Oh, well, shit.
Okay, so he got the jump on you. So he swings. So he gets the jump on you. What's your AC, Will?
78.
Okay. So he hits you with an 87. You take roughly 150 damage from him bashing this rock in your skull. Or in your ting, you know.
You don't like what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Bring out my flute!
Okay. Well,
Oh, shit.
You take me first.
You're not immune to it though, Willie. Just keep that in mind.
And that's when I just go that way with it, and he won't hurt me.
It is directional, yes. Just don't drop. Okay, so you pull the flute out,
Yep.
start playing.
That wouldn't work. Remember?
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's why I was asking. I was like, you pull the flute and you're like, oh, crap.
I asked him, why'd you attack me, man?
You're just going to ask him a question?
No, first I'm going to whack him across the head like, what did you hurt me?
So,
Strength of his
No, that's
strength.
when we hear the anvil noise.
oh, roll to hit.
It's just a regular hit. I get my
Seriously, all I
weapons
can
don't
hear is
work.
that noise in my head.
Ching. Nope.
I thought you had the sound effects from him and Andrew last night.
68.
Okay, Willie. So you swung, missed him.
Yep. With the 68.
With the 68, you swing and a miss.
And I needed an 80.
Miss. Needed an 80 or higher to hit him.
Yep, I needed 12 or higher. I had 3.
So, what happens is you basically get ready to defend yourself again, or are you moving out of the way? Are you doing anything else? To basically make this go quicker, we're just going to do one action and one movement.
I moved back where I was.
Okay. So if you move back, you're going to give him an attack of opportunity. So,
Dodge.
dodge. So roll a reflex save.
It's not a 1. It's 6.
Okay. He basically comes down with a big piece of rock that he grabs and holds above his head and just chucks it at you. But
Really, can I move back?
You get out of the way in time.
Can I make it back to my dragon? I'm going to jump on him. I'm going to tap on my dragon.
yeah.
Or he's right there.
That would be fine. You can get
Right into the dragon. Hey, dragon, let's go.
Alright. So, Karen, it is now your turn.
So, so a lot of chaosness, so I can sneak around probably fairly well unseen.
Possible.
Because I'm still skilled in that.
You're
whether
still
or
skilled
not.
in it. Yeah, you could possibly do it.
So,
So which way are you going? How are you doing it?
is there anything, any other lake, land, marks, shrubbery, I don't know, anything I can hide or move around in?
Perception check.
There's a ton of rubble.
Rubble, yeah, just anything I can.
I mean, the
Navigate
ship did
around
crash
and
through the whole town.
Probably not. I got an 8.
You still think the ship crashed?
No, not crash, but just crashed through. Like, there's a difference. Like a battering ram. It crashes through things, it doesn't
Well, yeah,
crash.
but there's a reason why the whole 100-mile area is radioactive. So,
Oh, did a literal bomb go off, or...
Samuel. Boom.
Oh, shit. Please tell me he's still in one piece.
you're not sure. You don't see him on the ship.
Wait, are we on the ship?
No.
Well,
You
I know.
see the ship up hovering basically above the city.
Well, I was the one who ran closest to the ship. I was the first one to go.
But you don't see this giant construct attached to the bottom.
You already know my guy is automatically going to find Samael, right?
35?
Okay. Let's see how hard it is. What level are you?
25?
And you got a what? 28?
35 altogether.
35. Okay, you're good. Barely. So, you see basically what looks like a pile of rubble off to this side over here. So you can go towards that, but the problem is you can get behind the demons and the giants, but you got to get past that first demon, who just is basically, he's basically sitting there. Yep, you don't see him attacking yet. He's just debating right now which way to go, because he basically just appears out of nowhere, looks over to his right, and sees three mechanical construct dragons just staring at him. And he looks over to the right and he sees this giant basically hiding behind a wall, just peeking his head out every once in a while. So he's conflicted. This demon's like, do I attack these guys? Do I attack this giant? What do I do? So, you see he's kind of confused. He looks to you. Roll an insight check as well.
You can see me clearly?
Not yet.
10. $37.
Exactly sure what kind of demon it is. It does look mechanical in nature. It looks almost like a construct.
I can figure it out.
Basically, it has these spider-like legs, sort of like the picture. Has these spider-like legs, steel sticking out of it, spikes, all kinds of things. It has a flaming head. So it looks around. You can roll a hide check right now if you want.
Can I roll perception too to see if I have any idea or any bearings on how intelligent I think he might be?
Not yet. Basically, your last action right now is to
Hide.
to hide from him, so he doesn't see you, so you can move.
Okay. 7. And I'm rolling a what check?
Stealth check.
54?
Okay. So you managed to sneak behind Willie's dragons
I hope it
and starting to basically make your way around. So you move. So move your character basically over to where between the little dragon and the demon. Yep. Right there. Your flaw is not the same, right?
Right.
Okay. So roll a will save first. Because you hop on your mighty steed and you just get the urge to sing.
64.
You're good, it was low. Okay, what was your flaw?
I don't.
I'm good. I already covered myself.
I correct everyone.
You correct everyone. That's right.
Hold on,
I forgot.
So fitting.
Yeah. Is the demon actually talking to himself?
Oh, boy.
Let's find out.
You're gonna tell a demon to stop talking.
He is talking to himself.
Oh shit.
Is he speaking improperly? Oh yeah, he's speaking improperly.
Oh, man.
So he's speaking in a way that just infuriates you. You're like just about ready to jump out of this
I have
hiding
a
place
roll, though.
and just smack him and correct him. So roll a will save.
Roll a 20. Or a 5.
It was a 15. What are you talking?
Oh. 44.
So he's talking, and you're sitting there hiding perfectly, and you're like, no. Yeah, all right. So you jump out of your hiding place, and you start correcting this demon from behind him, just pointing your finger at him. That's not how you say it. You say it like this. And the demon just looks behind him and goes, I know now which way I'm going. And he just raises this, what looks like a halberd. It's basically like this long spear with blades that come out of both sides. It almost looks like an axe, but it's not as big as an axe. And he just swings it back at you.
Reflex.
Dodge.
Dodge.
Reflex. Not a 1.
19.
19.
Okay, so he basically cuts right through the wall. Just rubble starts to fly everywhere as you basically duck down, like totally pull a Matrix move and just kind of bend backwards. And this blade just comes right over your chest. It almost catches your nipples. That's how close it is.
To be honest, I
Ha!
figured
That's
because
what
she.
you get for being a bumbling idiot.
Oh wait, no. You're the monk, so it would have been you to jump on top of the
Oh.
axe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Can a dragon he just got swung at, can he just grab it with his mouth? Ow.
It does give your
nice.
dragon an attack of opportunity. Turn him towards her. Yep. No, turn the demon towards Karen. There you go. So, he goes to attack her, misses her. Now it is your attack of opportunity.
Me or both, the dragon and me?
It's you, but do you want the dragon to attack or you?
We never said how this dragon's gonna be super strong, so he'll be way up there with the...
Might, yeah.
I still don't know. I never wrote it down. You never told me, so...
Why don't you just roll and find out with it?
A 7.
Okay, so what happens is he just basically as he turns his body, his legs stay centered. So he just spins his body around, like his torso, with this blade. It slices through the wall, missing you barely. And as that happens, he turns his back to Willie's dragon as he's riding his mechanical dragon. And the dragon just swats his legs out from under him. So he's starting to fall right now
While spinning.
while spinning.
So the javelin goes into the ground, right?
Uh-oh.
Just. Oh.
He's got to do a reflex save. He fails.
Maybe he'll impale himself.
No, he'll impale him.
He's not close enough. He's not close.
What if it just flies into his hand though, and it just goes like an arrow?
He failed his reflex save. It hits the ground. Does it get stuck in the ground, or does it ricochet out of his hands? So, high gets stuck in the ground. So that's a high. That's high. So it gets stuck in the ground. So he's like, still got a hold of it, and he's getting his bearings. He's basically laying on the ground with his thing stuck in the ground. So he's gonna
With
try.
his
And,
thing stuck in the ground. Oh
yeah,
my.
he's gonna try and get up. He manages to regain his posture. Is he deciding to try and pull this thing out of the ground?
Sword and stone or javelin.
No. He lets go of it. So, what are you doing?
How big is this fucker?
It is as big as Willie's dragon.
That's big.
You already know my guy's going for him.
That's a good question. Yeah. It's as big as his dragon.
It would either be the army of demons that came up, or it would be him. Which technically she doesn't know it, but my guy should automatically
The
know
other
it.
one on the other side is attacking both giants at once.
So that one I would have more of an attack of opportunity with because he's distracted, right?
Insight check.
Well, first I want to know what these demons are, and I don't have to roll for that because I already know demons and devils.
Oh, yeah. I would say you still have to roll, but not a 1.
All right. 5.
Okay. So,
Sorry.
these two mechanical-looking demons are basically like the things that Samael is. Basically, what
But they're the demon version, and he's the angel.
yeah, and basically instead of taking an angel soul and using it to power this machine, they take a demonic soul and throw it in this machine to power it. That's what these big constructs are. These other demons here that you see are basically just, they look like they got the head of a dog, and they got claws. They got 4 arms.
Mhm.
The top ones have.
How many eyes do they have? Do they have 6 eyes?
They have 3.
3. Shit, so it's not Baskerville.
So they have the 2 eyes and then one in the middle.
If listen to this, I can't do it.
And then, so they're big, very big.
Well, like I said, all of them are?
Yeah.
Alright.
The mechanical ones are probably 40 to 50 feet tall.
And I'm only like, what, 7? No. I rolled like, or not rolled,
You're medium sized, I would say, right now.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out, because it's on the back. 7 feet 5.
Yeah, so you're an average person's height.
More or
So,
less.
these things are just huge. These other guys are basically
Cerberus? Or
sort of, yeah. They're more like 20 feet tall.
Alright, well, if anything, because the reason why I'm saying I already know what they are, and the reason why I'm wanting to know that is because even if they're big, my guy should know how to kill them. Or at least in the mechanical version, I should know how to dismantle or shut down.
Okay.
So, would it be smarter to go for the one that's closer to me? As well as the one that's being distracted by other 2?
Did you roll an insight check?
No, I didn't.
And it would be a good idea.
Technically, would this count as my second out of 3 rolls, or... Because the other one, I didn't want to have to roll for just so I could still have all 3. But you said I had to roll, but it was not a 1.
Yeah, that would still count as 1.
Alright.
You still have action points though, so it's up to you.
I rolled an 18
Okay.
on the insight thing.
Okay. So, yes, the one that they're dealing with right now is disarmed, but he is alert and basically just waiting for one of them to attack him.
Alright.
The one that you see over there is currently engaging 2 enemies on 2 fronts, and it is kicking their asses. So it is currently preoccupied with them right now.
I just got a better idea than just killing it. Because how big is it again?
It's tall, like I said, 40 to 50 feet.
Alright. So that's big enough to take control of. If I find the right spot to grab a hold of it. I don't have any...
From the insight check you get,
Mm-hmm.
the only way to take control of this thing is to get stuck inside of it like that. Which means sucking your soul out of your body and put it in this machine. Like Samael's did.
Well, what would happen... Because I've never done this before? I figured I might be able to. However, I don't know what...
The closest thing you could do, because you're an arcanist, is try to replace the soul in it.
Well, what I was thinking of, because I was going to do that, but the way I was going to do it is I was literally going to merge my body in by turning my body into complete ectoplasm, like I did that one other time when those guys hit me with the 2 mace heads, and I just went and then regenerated.
You could doing that. You could fight for control of it, but he would still be in control of it. It's just you would be fighting him. It would be like how did I describe it? It's
Well-
like somebody has a hold of your arm. It's still your arm, but somebody's hitting you with it.
Well,
You know what I mean?
the thing is, I figured if I go into it, I'd be able to eradicate the demon, not just exorcise it, but just kill it. If I at least get into its body.
That's what I'm saying. If you go into its body, you're gonna get stuck in it.
All right.
It's like going into a soul gem.
Permanently, you mean?
Yeah.
I
Somebody would have to get you out of it.
wouldn't Willie be able to?
Possibly.
Well, the reason why I'm doing this is because if not that, then I'm completely useless. Because right now, all I am is a guy with an
So
arm.
here's your options. Try to attack it and replace the soul within it,
Mhm.
or try to go in. It's up to you.
Well, does it have a soul gem just like Samael does? Because
It has a demon shard in it.
so I could just break that, correct?
Possibly, yes. If you want to just shut it down, yeah, you could do that too. That's the third option.
You can quit pointing at yourself because I'm not going to be able to chuck it at you.
No, I was saying I have a couple soul gems.
So,
All right. Well,
choices.
what I'm wanting to do because what I'm thinking of. Do you remember Hellboy 2, Golden Army?
Mhm.
Remember when the guy who was the German dude? He was in the rope. Like his smoke was ectoplasm. Remember when they said that? And then he possessed the one golden soldier.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Just it doesn't come out like smoke. I come out like ooze because I'm demonic or I'm a devil, a hellish. The thing is, though, I was figuring I had to jump onto it in order.
We'll say that you're doing that, but when you do that, you're trying to take control of it, but you will actually try to rip the soul out and replace it with another one. How's that?
You mean with mine, right? Then yeah.
No, not with yours. Unless you want to be stuck in it. It's up to you.
Well, if Samael is in pieces right now, then I just prefer to find Samael's soul and put it into this fucker.
It's up to you.
I mean,
We'll see.
Because I already told you, my first.
You have to roll magical attack.
All right. Hi. Oh, I thought you already rolled. That's what I was thinking.
No, I was rolling for his reflex save.
Ah.
He fails the save, so he gets hit with you.
All right. So does the gem fall out or fall off or shard? I mean?
You need. Well, it's a spell attack. So what did you get total?
Oh. I got 14. 62.
You rolled high enough to do a 6th level spell.
Fuck.
So this is what happens. As you hit him, you're trying to take control, and it's doing half as much as what it would normally do. So he's fighting for control over the machine with you right now. So,
When the
do you want to use an action point? Or do you want to end your turn right there?
Well, what I was going to ask is because there's still that extra bit of power I'm using, wouldn't that just be put to damaging the shard in there? Or should I...
It's basically the equivalent to a 6th level spell.
Alright, well... I'm going to have to use an action point because I don't want to have my guy... Because then they get an attack of opportunity to both me and...
Would you move him over to the spider demon there? Yeah.
Alright. Then again, if anything, because it's his turn, I wouldn't even have to do the action point. He'd just grab the fucking... Well, how well are you with demons? Wait, is he even nearby us right now? Well, nearby me, because I was the first one to jump into the fucking place.
According to Chris, I can't go any farther.
Well, you're in the town, right?
I mean, further than the town.
Yeah, that's why I'm
I
saying.
would not take a step past here. The ship is right above you.
Okay, so I can still engage physically. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to use my bow anyways.
Right.
But.
So,
Well, if you can at least take the shard, then I'll be in the I'll take possession of the construct, and I can actually help
Take
out
the
the group.
shard out here.
Take it out of him, like while I'm distracting him and he's fighting me / himself. You could just go in and rip it.
actually, wait. Let me see, because you give the giants an attack of opportunity.
That's what I was saying. I mean, besides, didn't you say he was bashing them? Like, how much damage did he even do to them? Because you said he was taking both of them on
Okay.
very well.
So, the one on his right,
With the bow?
with the mace, this Morning Star,
Okay.
is actually pinned to the ground with 2 of his legs.
Alright.
Like they impaled him and stuck him to the ground like a
So he's dead?
like a staple. No, he's still alive,
Oh.
still wiggling, trying to pull the legs out of him.
Mm-hmm.
The other one with the bow is actually he got hit, got knocked back, just kind of slams into a wall, draws his bow again, and tries to shoot, but he got knocked back so fast and so hard that he's trying to recoil from it, and he just shoots off, and it totally just misses both of you.
Then who does it hit?
Nobody.
Oh,
Just
okay. I was
flies
hoping
off.
it might
just
hit.
flies off in that
It
direction.
goes high.
It just goes too high, higher than he wanted.
Oh, so it's pretty much like.
Yeah, he's basically about to shoot him when you do that, and he basically gets hit as he swings around.
Wait, you're trying to take the spider demon? Isn't the spider demon helping us?
You're not sure?
We don't
The
know.
thing is, I don't like. My guy hates devils and demons to begin with, so it really doesn't matter. And I follow my own.
So
law.
basically, you basically jump over the wall and splatter him with you as you form this ectoplasm.
And the thing is, this
You're
is
basically Slimer. Yeah, sploosh.
to be honest, I was thinking Dragon Ball Z with Boo, just absorption.
And as that happens, he basically swings around to see who's there. And as he does that, he basically hits these 2 giants. Basically pushes one down, steps on him, basically pins him to the ground. The other one he basically bashes in the wall, and the arrow goes off flying.
Question: what's the fire color right now? Because you said his head's on fire, right?
It's purple.
And then when I possess it,
It would be red or orange. Yeah.
okay.
It would turn to hellfire, but you'd be stuck in it.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is so that way then they would know which one's me and which one's not.
Right.
Would the metal even change? Like, would it turn from black to silver or something? Because
No,
oh,
it wouldn't
okay.
change. The machine stays the same.
All right. I didn't know. I
It's
just
a machine
figured that.
component.
So, so right now you're basically, are you going to use an action point to finish the job, or are you going to let him help you?
Well, I figured if he could just because he eats souls. You do something with souls, right?
I capture souls in
do you do
acorns.
anything with demon?
And acorns.
He hasn't done anything with a demon, I don't think yet, have you?
No, I
Do you
haven't
wanna
done
try?
anything with the demon. I have 2 souls. I have a nightmare soul and then like that one soul or some soul like
And then the soul of
No.
a
I had
an evil elf.
Never mind.
I had those 2 souls.
Do you want a demon? Is what I'm asking you.
I didn't take a demon soul.
Oh no, it was a pixie or something.
No. The one of them
Isn't it able to take peace from
was
us while
actually.
giving them?
Oh no, you're right. I did get another soul. I forgot what it was.
It was from one of Krampus's minions.
Oh yeah, it was
Oh.
a pixie.
Do you want a demon though? Yes or
Yeah, no. I
Okay.
can take a demon soul. No problem.
Then take the one that I'm possessing, so that way.
So,
Well, not possessing.
His turn, John's turn ends, then it's your turn, Robert.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so
So you see him basically, you see him basically flowing around this construct, trying to get in and trying to take it over. And as this happens, you see these giants trying to fight back, but they're not doing so hot. So how are you going to help?
well, obviously I'm gonna approach and try and get an opportunity to remove the soul gem of the spider demon. I guess, just mine.
Okay. So
And while I'm there, I might as well try to take the other soul gem of this construct here, if it's got one. Since
So,
it's pinned down.
approach. Okay. So you would have to do an insight check first.
That might not work out for
To see if
us.
you can know where the opening is that you need to get through.
Well, how much of an advantage would he have with me helping right now?
Oh, wait, could I give myself guidance?
You're actually making it a little harder because you're basically flowing all around him. If you use an action point, you can either take it over or give him the insight where like you're basically like right here, attack right here.
Right.
Basically, it's up to you. However you guys want to do it. Otherwise, it's all up to him.
Well, like I said, could I use guidance because it's a low-level spell?
Yes,
it's like
you
a
could use it
level
as-
0 spell.
Wait, what does Quicken do? Because I still have Quicken. What would that do for me if I were to
Quicken?
do something?
It allows you to cast a spell on somebody else's turn.
Right.
So I can do that insight thing for him without even using an
He
action
has
point.
to finish his turn.
Oh, okay.
You know, I basically, to make it fair for everybody and enjoyable for everybody, I just let people do quick input after the person takes their turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I got it with an 11. So I'm gonna use the guidance. Oh, D4. No, because it's mine, right? So the numerical number's max because I got the feat to do that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 4. And then insight checks. Let's hope they work. I got a 13 and 21.
Let's see how hard
So
it is.
34.
It's hard.
It's
Do you want me to try the quicken now, or?
You're a druid. Treant, looking at this machine going, duh?
Yeah, actually, here I'll
How
just.
does this thing work?
I'll use the action point now. I'll use my action point now.
Okay. He's looking at this like, how does this thing work? Like, what the hell?
Alright, well, what I do is I pretty much.
You kids and your newfangled toys.
Well, right now I literally kind of. Because at this point I might as well have some control of the body, right?
Yeah, you're basically on the outside, basically.
I'm giving you an opening. My ectoplasm's not in this opening, and at the same time I'm having it kind of like a transformer with its allspark just show the gem.
right.
Okay, so he points to the direction of where it should be. Insight check for you to see if you can comprehend. Hey, he's helping me out here.
It's not
I used a fucking action point, you better just.
I know,
Where's
I
my
know.
bag?
Can I give myself guidance first?
Yes.
Okay, that I really wish that was. But alright, so 4. And I can make it a 20 though.
You got one?
It's like my last one.
Thank God. Oh wait, roll to confirm if it's a 20 then.
15.
Nice. Wow, that's pretty much what's going on right now.
Yep. So.
Well, he got it.
Yeah. Mine. In the
So
bag.
you rip it out.
And I take full possession of this fucking machine. Which technically, I'm not possessing the gem now, I'm just possessing the construct.
How are you ripping it out?
Fuck the Abyssal Fire. I totally forgot.
Carefully.
Gets a card.
Oh yeah,
Got
you
20.
got a 20 here.
Carefully.
Now that I think about it, if
Carefully.
I would have been smart, I would have just probably
So not
tried
thinking
pushing.
about it, he just bashes into this thing, grabs a hold of this gem,
and yanks it.
starts to take fire and rips it out.
And throws it in my bag.
And he got a 20, so this should be like a perfect, like maybe very little
Oh
bit,
yeah, he
right?
basically bashes into this thing, rips it out. He's got a hold of this gem.
Throws it in my bag. Because we've already determined that Hellfire, Abyssal Fire don't damage bags of holding.
Well said.
Oh, shit.
You're possessed by a demon.
No.
Yes.
Oh, I was
No.
so glad my
I'm
was
refusing.
that high.
You about? Oh, you're so lucky.
mean,
I was about to say you about to be possessed, but then I rolled a 1.
And I have a 59.
No, on how hard it is.
I have a 59.
So it's the easiest level. So
roll that thing for the bad guys.
right, I'll roll this one for the big guys.
I have a 59 though.
So
And I rolled a 7.
you're good. You only needed a.
Okay, is it bad that he got a 66 when rolling?
You
that a
only
demon
needed a
doesn't possess
41, so you're fine.
Yeah. Alright, so quickly toss this in the bag of holding for later.
So as he does that, the machine just.
That's
I
not
can
good.
just-
And then comes back up with me.
Now that the gem is ripped out of it, you don't have the chance of getting sucked into it.
Right.
So now you can try and attempt to take control of the machine itself and power the machine with you.
Okay. Do I have to roll for this now?
When it's your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I shoot one more arrow or an arrow at this guy's head?
Actually,
Because it's like point blank.
No.
No?
Because you doing this gives him an attack of opportunity against you.
He's pinned to the ground.
He has disadvantage.
I was actually going to ask that because
He's pinned to the ground.
He's pinned to the ground.
with dead weight now.
Does he? Yeah. Does he? Can he reach you with his Morning Star?
No. It's like, he can't even move. It's like, so big.
No, he can't reach you. So he's gonna throw it at
He has disadvantage. I can take the lower result. What did he roll the last time?
you. It's still a lot. What's your AC?
My AC is not bad.
What about the demon armor?
55.
Yeah, he got a 84.
What the heck?
So he actually gets through
he
my arm.
bashes you with this. So you hear this.
Splintering noise?
No, you hear this.
Or timber?
No, I'm covered in metal. My armor is raw mithril, unworked mithril.
Ding, ding.
As it hits you in the face, you know. You take.
You hear, ow.
Okay, that. Why is it not? There you go. Another 150 damage. That's it.
Oh, that doesn't even budge my health.
Do it to move.
You're lucky it doesn't.
No, just, they keep on moving that.
Oh.
Attacking it. Would you pull it back a little bit, Robert?
Eh.
So, no, yeah, keep going. The other side. There you go. You're good. So, you're lucky that there's no magical effects on this and that the crits don't really are lower, you know. So, otherwise it would have done probably 4 times that.
That's still not that much.
How? The 14 didn't count. What was his other number?
You got 17, which it normally would have been a crit. So, for that weapon. So, you're lucky. So it just kind of bashes you in the face. Reflex save to not get tripped by it, basically, as it hits you in the face. You're basically just sticking this thing in a bag and not paying attention. And this thing just whacks you
6
right in
and
the stomach.
46. So 52. So I stumble and I fall.
Yep. So you fall. Roll d4.
You really want me to roll? I'm gonna kill this guy by falling on him. He's gonna have killed himself.
Once again, timber.
Small drink. I'm gonna take. Nice.
Just set it over there. And then you can computer.
This dragon fruit juice is really good.
1. So I
Oh,
fall
that's
forward,
true.
right?
Dragon fruit and passion
Is it good?
I'll be standing like
Yeah, a
this.
little bit.
fruit. Is there
Forward.
anything else?
Right. So you fall on him. Well, you fall. Do you fall on the legs, holding him down?
Big cup, small cup?
So you're like,
Because
oh,
you gotta think this thing's standing, so I'm not gonna be in its leg base area. Because I couldn't
It's
physically
one more.
occupy its leg base
One
area.
Mhm.
Because I'm
The
30
orange cup
feet
over here. Do you want one like
high,
that?
35 by
Give me a small
30 feet wide.
So you fall and hit this big construct and push his legs further down into this thing. Is it enough to kill him?
Small
He's gotta do is
He
he fails.
Yes, Sam.
So
That'll work.
the legs get jammed so far down that it hits whatever was powering this thing and just
Is it warm?
cuts it out. So
Ice.
that one ceases to exist. Just literally powers down. The machine, however, has to do a save from getting hit by you
I didn't
as
hit
you
it.
fall into it.
Did you say you had 2
Be careful.
turns?
Do you want any more?
What?
Oh,
No.
good, thank you.
No, you had 2 turns until it was your turn.
It's fine.
Okay.
So the machine basically saves. It can handle the stress of you basically bumping into it and driving these down. So right now, John, the construct that you're trying to take advantage of and take control of, it's basically
I kind of pinned it to the ground.
its right legs are literally forced into the ground up to his knees. So it's kind of lopsided right now.
Okay.
So it's kind of stuck in the ground. Literally, the leg goes so far into the ground that it almost cuts the giant in half.
Well, that is good.
Okay, so you doing anything else? Quickening anything, or that's about it?
No, I can't do anything else. I wanted to shoot like the other
Don't you
guy
have one
with my
more
bow.
thing to do? He's got like one more
No,
action to do.
he did it all. He's just basically. I'm wondering if he used a quicken spell or anything. Okay.
Yeah, I'll quicken and entangle on that guy. Might as well.
Entangle on who?
This guy.
Oh, I thought you meant on
Guys
me. I'm
flying
like,
around. Goes,
what the hell?
Yeah, he's basically drawing his bow back again.
14. 14 plus my magic. 64.
This guy's just not having a good day. He's like,
So total-
I got you this. Fuck.
Okay.
I wonder why they call it dragon fruit.
What level spell is that?
It's a level 1.
Okay. So, you supercharge it.
Yeah.
And as you supercharge it, this is what happens when...
Pink with green spines.
So this is what happens when you
and on the inside,
overpower...
it's that.
Is that why they call it dragon fruit? Because it looks like it has
It looks like a
scales?
dragon's egg.
Oh, okay.
This is what happens when you overpower.
I had like
In this realm.
a piece of one a long time ago, and it was like this big.
The magical energy that you were gonna use to do
I can't
this,
remember the
it
flavor.
works. The magic that you cast, basically, a portion of it goes off and starts entangling this guy. Okay? The rest of it, that you overpowered it with, overcharged it, starts to ball up and swirl around, and you're not sure exactly what's going to happen with it right now. It's just a ball of energy.
I'm not holding it, am
No,
I?
you're not holding it. You basically go entangle, and a ball of energy starts to appear right here.
Okay. So, if you want that body, I'd get away quick, because that's going to explode soon.
Okay.
You
Also,
gotta realize that's when my turn comes back, and I'm not gonna use
I've
another action
been
point.
waiting to Bobby to see if anybody's gonna do anything about this. So everybody knows now. For being here. Come on, work.
Oh, crap. That's right. I'm taking damage.
Why is this not working?
I'm just hoping that when I go into the construct, if I don't just heal, but also
There we go.
gain health.
Just for being here. 120. So
5? Wait.
5 times
1, 2,
120.
3, 4, 5.
And where's Dax at?
So 120 times 5. What is that? Willie?
600.
600 damage. Everybody takes 600 damage for just being here.
Ah, dude, that makes it less.
Yeah, that's
That's
I took
half
more
my fucking health.
I
took
only have
more. Well, safe.
706, so I'm probably like unconscious.
Yes. I've been waiting to see if since I mentioned it, I've been waiting to see if somebody's going to do something to try and stop this.
Well, we can use a spell, can't we?
But it's not healing spell. But
No
you
healing
can-
spell. But you can
So,
do some kind of spell to
You're dead.
Sanctuary?
lessen, maybe. You know, not sure.
All I have-
I'm the fucking guy who does damage. That's it.
Okay,
And I have
so
bullshit.
here's
If you want something necromantic, I can do that.
Oh god, no.
before we get to Bobby's turn. Willie, is 600 more than half your life?
No.
Okay, you're good.
Yes.
I'm almost dead.
It's
Roll.
less than half of mine.
Fortitude save.
I need a
I have
calculator.
1289.
Yeah, it's a little more than half of mine, but I'm
Anybody got
smiling
a
for a
calculator
different
I can
reason.
use? Wait, I got one on my
No,
Ah.
I don't.
What'd you get?
1.
Fortitude save. You got a 1?
Make it a 20.
Make it a 20?
Can I do? Yeah.
I did 20. Do that.
Yes.
And do it 4 times.
Do that.
You can do it 4 times.
4 times in a.
A level.
Per level.
Yeah, I'm out of those.
So,
Keep passing that.
this will be your first 20. So pass that down to her, that card.
How much do we gotta take?
You're in
600.
600?
So, you're good.
I'm
It
alive.
was gonna be horribly bad. Let me just see what it would have been. Humiliation. Yeah, that would have sucked.
I got 107.
Anyways,
I got pissed myself and then went
Yep,
on.
you got
So-
it. Let's say.
you are at whatever health you're at, Karen. You're conscious, awake, but you're starting to look a little pale because it's basically like magic radiation. It's this magic radiation that's basically sucking the magic and life out of you. So
What effect is it?
it's like radiation, literally like radiation.
What effect?
What effects does it do?
Like,
It's like radiation.
Well,
Like
I mean-
it sucks the magic out of you, and then how it sucks the life out of you is basically by like what radiation does.
Would
Well, what I
protection
mean-
from
Turns your
energy work?
insides to goo.
well, by what effect? I mean,
Yeah,
like,
it wouldn't
what
affect me.
kind of,
I don't do
like,
magic.
abyssal or, I don't know the terms for it. I just know positive and negative right now.
Oh, what kind of damage it does? Is that what
Yeah.
you're asking? Like
Yeah.
the type itself? It's just arcane.
Okay.
And he's burning from it, remember? He
No.
burns from it.
No. I burn from the positive.
No,
Is
he,
arcane
yeah, he
positive?
burns from the positive. But arcane is just it's raw magic.
Alright.
It's raw magic gone wrong.
So because I'm an arcanist, how would that work?
It's still affecting you the same way.
But would it do something weird?
He'll power him up, really.
Hey
No, it
guys,
wouldn't
I'm
power
kind of
him.
hurting here. Can somebody fix this?
Well, I mean, like,
No.
would it? I don't mean by powering up, but would it do something weird
Someone
with
that
me
needs to
in
fix it's
general?
not
Like,
here.
the
You want to
energy-
figure out?
Yeah,
We'll roll it randomly right now.
like just pure random. Like I don't have to use action.
Let's find out what it's doing to you.
I'm simply curious at this point. I know it's bad because you're the DM and I'm being
No,
curious.
it's because you do magic in a different way. So let's
Because
find
of my-
out exactly what it's doing to you. So
Should I roll for it or?
yep.
Willie, you're up now. Blow. I'm being dead serious here. I rolled a fucking 2.
No, guys. That doesn't sound right.
Blow. Blow
Hey,
me.
if anybody knows poker,
Blow
you
me.
have the lucky one. Blow the die. Fuck.
It's not poker, that's craps.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 6. And what do I have to use for that?
Your percentiles.
Oh, I have to use my percentiles?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Then hold on.
Yeah, you rolled a 6 with percentile.
You're like that's not good.
Hold on, it came off. I like the other one.
What was it?
The other one? Or the one that I just rolled
The
now?
one you just rolled.
It's 21. The other one was 55.
60 times tonight is not cool.
Whatever, dude.
Could you just like
Okay,
check both? Just,
so this is what the strange side effect is happening to you.
okay.
It's allowing you which is what we already talked about before in the last session, which is kind of funny. I just rolled that you just rolled that randomly. It allows you to see magic in things that you wouldn't normally see. Like I said, remember when you were tracking the ship? Normally you wouldn't be able to see that. But
So-
because you're here and in this weird place, you're able to see it, and the radiation is heightening it. So it's making you able to see, literally, you could look at the ground and see somebody's footprints who's been there.
Can I see where Samurai is?
Possibly. When it's your turn, you can check.
Well, yeah, then that's one of the 3 things I could do, because, alright.
Alright, you casted
Protection from energy.
Protection from Energy on yourself.
And I got a 20 for my fortitude save.
And you got 20. So that's another 20. So roll a d8.
See how this green dice likes me
That's
today.
your third D8.
That's my first. I didn't roll. I didn't roll another D8.
I mean, that's your third 20, I mean.
Second 20.
Second.
6. So that doesn't like me at all.
Random spell. So roll a d4.
Maybe it'll be a good random spell. But probably not.
I got a 4.
Okay, so it's just an arcane spell. So what are your percentiles?
58. Because you know that's going to be funny.
It wouldn't be good.
Pass wall. Okay.
Okay, what is it?
You create a passage through wooden, plaster, or stone walls, but not through metal or other harder material.
This is what happens when you accidentally cast this. accessing some of your divinity, you miraculously find the secret door that these guys have been looking for.
Look, secret door.
There's a secret door right there where that square is, in the middle. See that? Right there? That's what these giants have been looking for. But your character doesn't know this. But you just see all of a sudden like a door appear, like under some rubble. And you're like, what the heck is that? Where'd that come from? It just all of a sudden poof, appears. And you're like, okay, that's a little strange. So to recap, cast Endure Energy on yourself or to reduce or whatever.
Protection
from energy. What does it do exactly?
For the duration, the willing creature you touch has resistance to one damage type of your choice.
Does it say exactly how much resistance or no?
No.
Okay. So we will say you take half damage.
Oh, yay.
So instead of taking 600, you would take 300.
I can't save you. I'm sorry.
Nice knowing you all. Goodbye.
I'll carry you as far as I want, and then I'll just huck you somewhere.
Take care of my dragon and my Draculas for me.
Dragon? Jump on the back of my dragon, then pass
Okay.
out. You'll be
The
fine.
only things that you can do right now, Karen, is when it's your turn to do a surge.
Bend over and kiss my ass goodbye.
I like to see that.
Do what?
I like to see her bend over and kiss her ass goodbye.
Well
At
then.
the same
To
time.
use a surge or to eventually use your reserve. Your reserve restores your health to full, but it's only a one-time use. So keep that in mind.
Like ever?
Per level.
Oh.
Yeah, the natural
They
ability
have
to
to-
fight isn't hindered because they have to use some
Okay.
magic to make
You're
themselves.
good.
Everybody knows that.
So whatever 600 is, subtract your health. That's where you're at right now.
Yes.
You're conscious.
407. Yes.
You're conscious. Awake. Glowing. A little bit.
Why?
Because of the radioactivity, the magic, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's
said you
kind of...
can't-
Everybody's starting to
What
glow
would
a
happen
little bit.
if I ran
You
through
basically
trying
can't
to
do
get
any
to the
negative
ship?
or
How
positive
much?
spells. They have to be like,
Like,
you can't heal and you can't.
Yeah, you can't heal, you can't
How much
kill.
more?
It's neutral.
how? What
level
would
spells.
happen if I tried running over
Excuse
here
me,
to the
that's-
ship?
Yeah, all your shadow spells are
Okay, guys.
gone.
Nice. She's asking a
All the
question.
healing spells.
Hold on. Alright, so what would happen if you tried to get over there? You'd have to get past a couple of demons and a couple of giants to get there.
Yeah.
You have two options. I'll give you choices. Either try and make it to the ship, or get in
Ooh,
the
I could throw you to the
mysterious
ship.
door that just
I'm gonna be
appeared.
unconscious anyway, so sure, go for it. Just make sure I make it.
It's your
Well-
choice.
I
I
look.
miss.
Why don't you roll an insight check?
Insight check.
Nine.
Can I roll? Can I have reroll?
No,
Dax isn't here.
as in here.
Oh, I only rolled a 6.
Okay,
So
so
you rolled a 9.
Oh, a 9.
It's a 9.
A 9 plus my perception.
insight, sir.
My insight is 35, so 9 plus 35.
See how the line's below it,
44.
and it's got the line there.
That's a 1. Nope, a 2.
Here.
9
Okay, so
plus.
I'll give it to you. It's real close. So, your character would realize that if you're able to get onto the ship, you would not be taking damage from the radiation because of the effects the ship has.
Okay.
Do you tell us?
You also realize that if you get through this doorway that's on the ground, possibly, there be a different thing going on in there that you might not take any damage if you get in there away from the radiation.
Or it could be different damage and it could just kill you in a different way.
Right.
But
So
the
it's
good
a-
news
it's a
is
risk.
that if I can successfully land you on the ship,
You also
you'll
notice,
still die.
I still die.
You also notice that these demons and giants all of a sudden notice this doorway appear. And they're all starting to turn towards it and starting to book it to this door.
Oh, good. Let's let them all go and we can get to the ship unhindered.
Everyone, surround the door.
Okay, I run through them and go
I
in the
honestly
door.
want to check. Would I have to roll for it? Like, because you said I'm able to see energy tracks and whatnot. Do I see that Samuel went that way at all, or?
When is your turn?
That's what I figured.
So I guess I could take. Guys, as a group, what should we do? Should I run to the ship or should I go through the door?
You should probably try to make it to the ship, because you're gonna die. In fact, everybody should be really heading for the ship.
I'm not. I'm gonna get my buddy Samuel out of
It's
this
up to
shit.
you guys.
I was
You
just
just-
saying that's
As
a good
your
suggestion.
character, as your character
We'll get
starts
to the ship, then
to
we can all go
look
together.
around to try and figure out what to do,
Y'all
you
can
just
probably
notice
come up to me.
that everybody in this whole area, the giants start to realize they found what they're looking for, and they're starting to head towards it. And
Take it, Robert.
the demons are starting to follow suit.
Okay, I'm gonna take the risk of going through the door.
Okay, so move her character to the doorway. So you start booking it. All right. So there is only one thing close enough to the door to impede you. The demon right next to it.
I run
It's not going to
past them.
stop her. It's not going to slow her down. She doesn't provoke attacks of help. Oh no, that's a monk.
Is that an ability or is that a feat? It's an ability.
So it doesn't work. So you're not a monk anymore. You're just a cat.
Just a cat. Meow, meow.
Okay.
So you're like,
Did he move? Would combat reflexes work if I passed him, or would he have to pass
That's
me?
something different.
he would have
Better
to pass
question:
you.
does she now have 9 lives?
She might use one right now.
Okay, if
So you get to the door.
Wait, you said it's a demon. They're here to help us. It's not going to attack her.
I said they are here to assist you, but you're not sure why.
Once
Now,
again,
they don't care anymore. They know what they're looking for now.
okay.
so I'm sure nobody should be upset at me right now at the fact that I actually,
So-
no, you can't
What
even
would-
because you helped me kill it.
What would that help? I don't know what. I can't really read that.
That's
It's
your
still
quivering
technically
palm.
alive. I still
No.
If you
have
hit
it.
with your
It's
quivering
just not
palm,
plugged into
you
anything.
can immobilize, knock out,
Plug it in.
paralyze, or kill if you want. But it doesn't work right
Yeah.
now. So,
I'm not apologizing for that.
reflex save.
Reflex
Plug
save.
it in. Plug it in.
As you run up to this door and try to get it open, a big pincher claw just
I
comes
remember
out of
one of my
nowhere.
cousins, like she
and
was little at
starts
this
to grab
time,
a
but
hold
literally
of
she
you.
just
I
watched
got
it
it.
and she would do this whenever she'd sing it.
Reflex.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Oh,
And I'm like,
yeah.
you don't do that, sweetie. We don't do that. And she's like, but Daddy did it with Mama.
6 plus
Reflex.
6 plus my reflex. My reflex is 43, so 6 plus 43.
49.
John.
What level are you?
Plug
I'm
it in,
level
plug
26. I
it in.
didn't level up to it.
So, this is when you guys start to realize stuff is serious. So, number one, your rings of evasion don't work.
Oh.
Your evasion doesn't work because that is a spell-like or ability.
Punch to the head.
So when it comes at me, I'm going to use sure strike, and it does double
That
damage.
doesn't work.
You can't use that either.
It's not working.
Well, wait, are we actually going into the room?
All
We're
your
attempting to
abilities-
get in the room right now. So
All
this
your
is,
abilities are
I still haven't looked to
neutralized.
see if Samuel even, because if Samuel didn't even go in there, then I don't have.
Your turn.
when is your turn?
Alright.
Like,
Babajio.
You have nothing.
You're SOL at the moment.
You're just a cat.
Okay.
No, you're not. I switched places.
Okay. So,
but my combat reflexes. Can I use that to dodge?
That's something else.
no,
That's
something
someone.
totally different. So, this is what happens. This demon grabs a hold of you with his pinchers, right around your abdomen, and starts to cut you in half.
I got that girdle.
Slowly, yes. You do have that girdle. Unfortunately, it's not working right now. So it's starting to cut through the girdle, and it's starting to cut through you. It got a crit.
So it cut you in half.
It's slowly cutting you in half right now. Because this demon, it really likes to kill people slowly. So, this is what you take as damage.
Wait, that girdle. Oh, wait, no. Oh, well, it's. not
And my
functional,
dice
no.
roller's not working.
But that girdle would have saved you if it was working.
The what?
The girdle.
I can switch places with her. Be like,
I don't know how many action points I have.
Okay. How much life do you have?
Right now, 407.
Fortitude save.
8.
8.
Okay.
Plus. What is it? 36.
Yeah, 36.
Okay. So this is what happens.
I die.
Sanctuary.
Chink!
I'm dead.
So, this is what happens. Yeah, basically.
meow.
Mmm.
And,
That sounded tasty.
and you start going. Because right now, that is your only option. I would start praying if I were you. Because you're about to die.
What about her little friend in the box that doesn't like Bobby dying?
And
Yeah.
she has to pray to him first.
Okay, I'll pray to Abel.
Okay. Action
Bobby's
point.
friend in the box.
As you're losing consciousness, cut in half, your body is literally, the top half of your body is still on his claw. The lower, you're basically from your waist down, starts to fall to the ground.
Okay.
And he's about to grab, he's about to basically go,
Evil can't really do nothing. Can't heal her or nothing.
so
Abel's a god.
you
Still.
have to do a,
Abel isn't a
Bless
lesser
check?
god. Abel's a
Bless
higher
check?
god.
I got 14, so let's see if I can get this. It's a 1.
Make it a 20.
make it a 20. Do you have still have one of those left?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, make it a 20.
Okay.
Roll from the 20.
Yep.
12.
So lucky.
I run on a table now.
Do you want genius or roar?
Do what?
Do you want genius or roar?
Okay, let's see what Abel's gonna do to you.
Well, she's a cat now, so might as well give her a roar.
No,
Literally, we just see a little cat and
Give
they're
me a
like,
roar
oh,
and
that's
cancel
good.
that.
And it just line roars.
I'll cancel that.
We're not going to
I'm like,
do
what
this
are you
kid.
doing in my freezer? I was like, what? No.
It's 20.
thing right here.
If that guy's got a 20 on you,
Cancel it.
why would you use genius? Roar's better. Your roar's not as good as genius.
Good. Because you would have been permanently disfigured from it. So, you pray to Abel. That's in the box.
And bigger than whoever else is
For
listening.
everybody's information, Abel is the god of rebirth. So, let's find out what Abel does to you.
Does he reincarnate her or something?
We kind of turn as the owl.
Actually, roll a d8.
D8.
Oh my god, if she comes back as a coon, then we'll finally have...
Rocketing group.
Yes!
Momentum.
D8, right? This one?
Yep.
7.
Somebody give her a gun, too. I don't even give a fuck.
Okay.
She's a coon. Give her
Say
a
it's
gun.
stranger danger, right?
Wrong.
Is this the group momentum?
No.
Okay.
This is what Abel is helping her with.
Yeah, great. I'm not gonna get any help.
It'll automatically be good. It's an angel. It saves your butt.
Let's see what we roll randomly. If I don't like it, then it will be somebody cool that he sends to help you. So, percentiles, D4.
These are percentiles, right?
Yep.
And
Do your
D4.
D4.
D4. I got a 4 and 38.
That's 8.
Or 83?
It's 83. It's an 8-0.
Yes, okay, so 83.
Okay, let me look. Okay. That's interesting. Let's look here. So, that doesn't make any sense. The first one made sense. Let's find the last one and figure out whether it would work. So, no. First one works. Guess who's coming to crash the party, guys?
Who?
You are so freaking lucky.
I am?
Yeah. So freaking lucky.
Oh, Diana. I think things that are hurt work.
Right. Well, she can. Still. Help.
No healing or no
I know, right? So,
moves.
but what does work here, Willie?
Spells?
Minor
I can't remember.
minor deities. So she can do things here.
Yeah.
So Diana shows up. The first thing you notice is this mighty roar coming from the skies. You just hear this flapping of wings and this
Flapping of wings, oh my.
I've got Diana here.
Oh, shit.
How you been?
Sorry to hear that.
And she torches every freaking thing.
Ow, ow, ow.
Hey, I'm still standing here. Just saying.
Literally, she turns this place into
Bomb?
worse than it was.
Thank you.
So, ashes?
You
or
just see
pebbles?
as she's flying over and the first thing you're like, okay, she's flying. How is that possible? And then you're like, okay, oh yeah, that's right. She's the the daughter of a god. Duh. So she's flying over, literally scorching everything with prismatic spray, radiant light just coming out of her mouth. Blah, blah, flash,
Everyone-
flash. And also Phoenix fire just coming out of her mouth. So
Everyone
she's
sealed.
Fuck.
she
Yes.
is just
Sorry, John.
scorching everything. John,
You are now dead.
reflex save.
Fuck my life. Seriously.
So
If there is one day that one session where Phoenix Fire is not in this shit, that'd be great.
Willie, do me a favor and remove all the enemies from the map for me, please.
Wait, what about me being inside the construct?
That might be the only thing keeping you alive right now.
Fucking 10. Where's my shit?
Like I
What do I
said,
need for it?
like I said, you are extremely lucky.
Yeah.
Reflex. So I
you
got
rolled that up randomly.
That's it.
Because
Nope, leave that
I looked
page.
at the page and I'm like,
Yep, up in the Robert.
seriously?
57.
57. Let's see how hard it is.
You mean you didn't roll for that before?
What'd you get?
57.
I'll give it to you.
Alright.
It's real close.
I take 58.
You needed like a 59. It's real close. I'll say with the shielding of the machine,
It gave me like what, a +5?
it gave you probably a +4.
Okay.
So you're there. So you're like inside this machine going, it's getting hot in here. It's getting really hot in here, guys.
But I'm keeping on my clothes, damn it.
So
Really? That's bad.
No, I'm saying he's getting hot.
so as Diane scorch, oh, you missed one. As Diane scorch, oh, that's him.
That's
Yeah,
what's
that's me.
Put him on that thing. Yeah, there you go. So I know it's him. Okay, so as she's scorching everything, does she even notice that you're in one of those things? No. So she didn't know you were even there in that thing. She just thought it was another thing to kill. So are you saying anything as she's like getting
I haven't
done?
even possessed it yet. I'm still fighting I'm still trying to figure out how to get myself into the
He's on the
actual
outside
machine,
going, I guess
remember?
it would be her.
You said I have to roll, or I have to do a whole nother action for that. So right now all I am is blob.
Do you have a card or no?
No, I haven't
You
rolled
can use
a
mine.
20 at all.
You can use mine.
Why? Would my ectoplasm be flammable to the phoenix fire?
Yes.
Maybe a little bit.
So,
He explodes. Boom!
how do I want to do this?
Don't worry about it. We got it here. 2 reservoirs.
It's not your turn. I would say use an action point to get your fucking ass in the machine.
I already used an action point. This came though.
No,
No, you can use one each turn.
You can use an action point on somebody else's turn. And you can use an action point on your turn as well. So,
No, I mean like, because then I'll only have 6 action points left. All I had was 8.
well, I would do it. Otherwise,
You
you're
get,
going to fry
you get more action points every time you level.
What kind is that, Karen?
Then how come I
This
haven't
one
gone
is
above
watermelon,
8?
but it's
You don't have to roll. It's just
For
getting
some reason.
inside.
Oh,
It's
alright,
not
then yeah,
more.
I use
This
it.
one
Yeah.
didn't set.
Group momentum. Time for that.
John.
No.
Yeah? 1, 2, 3. -1.
Oh, -1. Yes, right.
And it was updated 32 minutes ago.
So, John, we'll do a group momentum. Roll a D8.
Do you really trust me with a D8? I got a 6.
I'm ready to
Want
spell.
the real joke? That's the real feeling.
Right.
It's so
So-
cold it's -5. It feels like.
All right. So, you got a 6.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a spell. Roll your percentiles.
26.
Let's see, is what you got. You can place another spell upon your person so that it comes into effect under some conditions. You dictate when casting contingency. That you would have put contingency to endure energy or to protection from energy. So,
We really don't need it no anymore.
no, from her.
The phoenix fire?
So, if you were outside, just being in her aura, and around her, you'd be taking damage.
So this is for me or for everybody?
This is just for you.
Okay.
So, what this allows you to do is, if you stay inside the machine, you don't take any damage from her.
Thank God.
Okay? So, that's also pretty cool. So,
I shall thank you.
moving on. Diane goes, well, it seems like my timing was perfect, as she basically grabs your torso and your legs, slaps them together, goes, and you're like, I'm alive! I'm alive.
I'm okay.
I had a dream that I was fighting crabs, and I got cut in half.
Not a
And she just kind of looks at you and giggles and says, yeah.
Oh, I figured she'd just like go up to her and be like, "You're a cute kitty, you know that?"
By the way, the hair will grow back in like a week. I promise. The what?
Shit.
She basically shrinks down to her cleric form, basically wearing this holy armor, the armor of Pelor, and she basically looks like a very beautiful human with red eyes.
Okay.
Now, when I say red, I mean red like rubies.
Okay.
Red. And she is very pale and very angelic looking.
Okay.
Okay? So she looks at you and says, I'll keep an eye on the ship,
Okay.
find out what they were here for.
Yes, ma'am. I go to the
So
door.
she points to the door and says, find out what they were here for.
Does this go for me too, or no? Because like I said, I'm just wanting to find Semi-Island. If he's not behind that door, then I'm not going in there.
I'm like, well, you can go look in the little hole. I'm staying here on the ship where it's safe.
So, okay. So, you're about to enter the doorway. You're going first.
Yeah, soldering.
As you step through the doorway,
Or the metal that.
roll a fortune save, buddy.
It can be used best.
75, and I get 2 of them for all fortitude saves.
Okay. So
I pick the highest number. 7.
you needed 66. So you're good. All right. So just remember that number, 66. So you don't realize anything.
Yeah, see.
But you find it, well, you would realize it. Okay, so what happens is, how big are you right now?
Okay, go smaller. I'm at 15 feet.
Okay. You shrink to medium size as soon as you step through the doorway. Okay?
What's going on here? I
So
shrunky.
you're in a hallway
Mm-hmm.
that basically leads like down like a tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
like a ramp, I should say, leading down. The floor is gravel. The walls are basically made out of this brick. From your knowledge of architecture and stuff, you can tell that this was basically like the labyrinth of the city. Okay, the ceiling's about 20 foot, so you could have fit in here normally, but for some reason you shrank to medium size, which is about
10 to 12 feet.
say 10 foot.
Medium's small. Medium's like 7 or 6.
Yeah, we'll say between 5 and 10 is medium.
Okay.
So you're walking down this hallway. As you're walking down this hallway, why don't you roll a perception?
I got 41 right off the bat. And 11. 52.
Okay, just got it. All right, so as you're walking down this hallway, you notice that there's pieces of stuff scattered down this hallway, down this ramp. You notice that there's just bits of broken armor, broken swords, just all kinds of things that are broken that lead down this hallway, and you're not sure exactly why.
You said swords?
Just broken armor, broken swords, all kinds of weird things just scattered about
Samael went through here.
down this hallway. So you're not sure what happened here, but there's just a hodgepodge rabble of stuff just laying around, and you're just walking down this hallway.
By the way, I sent you the photos.
Cool.
I sent you 3, one of which you didn't see, but I'm hoping you like.
All right, sweet.
Is there
So-
a fireplace around here?
We'll end your turn with
Cool.
getting down the hallway.
Do
Okay?
you want
I'm
Bumper
going
Jack?
down.
I'm good.
Karen,
It's the 10-pound one.
it's your go.
It's okay.
As you step through the doorway,
I can cuddle with Robert again if I
Fortitude
get too
save.
cold.
Is he coming, Jack?
Yeah.
Tell him watch out for the.
what'd you get?
Altogether 41. Yeah, I
Okay.
rolled a 2 on the dice.
So you see this Warforged, this machine, step through the doorway, and he shrinks from like 15 feet to between 5 and 10 feet. So he goes to about 8 foot. Okay? As soon as you step through the door, you're like, that's kind of weird. So you step through the doorway. As soon as you step through the doorway, you failed your save. Guess how big you are.
Smaller than small.
You're small. Which means you're about 2 foot tall right now.
Hey guys, wait for me, wait for me!
So you're struggling right now to catch up to Willie.
Because
Because it takes you like 2 or 3 steps to equal his 1. So you're like, hey guy, hey Spike, wait for me, Spike.
She literally just jumps on him like this.
Pretty much.
So you shrink,
Like,
and you're like, what the? You're like, as you're shrinking, you're like, why is everything getting bigger? Yeah. So you're like, what in the world? So you just shrink, and you're like, okay, this is a little
make your
strange.
shrinks too, right? So I'm not lugging around things this big.
No, everything, yeah. Everything you're holding or that is on you shrinks with you.
Okay.
Good question.
Because I'm screwed.
Yeah, you like dragging it.
I'm not leaving it behind. I don't care. Go on without me, guys.
No, it shrinks with you.
No, it
So-
doesn't, Chris.
What?
All the items are not working, so they wouldn't shrink with her. She had everything out.
Damn you, Willie!
That's right, Willie.
That also means none of your ship shrinks, including your armor.
He has armor?
I would think it's on your person that it stays the same size. If it affects you, it affects what's on your person usually.
Yeah,
I would say this is an effect that's happening in this area. So, we'll just say for now it'll shrink everything that's on you.
I would think it would be
Shits and giggles.
yeah.
or else you're gonna have to find a miniaturized truck to go with all
You're
that.
Robert.
So, we'll make the burden a little easier. We'll say that it shrinks everything.
So Robert, your armor's not talking to you no more.
So,
Where's my armor down?
it's going to take you twice as long to get down this hallway than Willie. So let's say you make it about halfway down this hallway. Do you want to roll an insight check or a perception?
Describe the hall and what I can see.
It's basically a ramp. You're going basically down the ramp. It's a gravel ramp. The walls themselves are made out of this brick stone that you're assuming was what made up the city above. As you're approaching this hallway, you smell what sounds like...
You smell what sounds?
Yeah, right. Wow. You smell the burning of stuff from above, basically the city. You smell the smoke and stuff. Kind of comes down with you guys. And as that leaves you, you kind of smell this, like...
Burning flesh smell.
yeah, pretty...
Well,
No, it's like that stale smell when you're going through an area that hasn't been gone through in a long time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Kind of like a stagnant smell is what you
Put down
smell.
the floor anyhow. You can't shrink or nothing.
Hey Willie, wait for me. You want me to check for traps?
Yeah.
As you're going through all this stuff, and it's the swords and stuff look, the armor and stuff looks bigger to you because you're smaller. But as you're going through all this stuff, you notice that there's a lot of like little skeletons inside some of this armor. Like these people shrank and died in their own suit of armor. Does that make sense? Like they couldn't get out of their own armor.
Like guys, this don't look good.
Because they failed their saves and got stuck in their boot or whatever.
there's a snake in my boot!
Hey, John.
So
You see, people see where Dax went.
So,
You can see where people's energy went. You could do that, John.
Yeah, I could. I could try.
you don't hear anything other than him walking, which he's noisy walking because he's a machine.
She hears me walking, going ding, 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 ding.
Well, you
ding.
think it's kind of weird that this place is a little creepy and hasn't been entered in a long time.
Let's do a perception
Wait,
check
Robert, I
I
rolled
guess,
all
and then
this
check
stuff.
for traps.
It's not good.
Okay.
Crap. I rolled
Whatever.
35 altogether.
That'd be more Diana.
You said
Well,
perception? Or
that's
no,
what
were
we-
you doing a
I
check
think this
first?
is semi.
Perception
Traps.
or just for first perception or insight. Both of them are the same numbers. Either way.
So, no, your trap sense would be different. That would be your thievery.
Just doing perception just in general to make sure there's nothing else that I. And then I'll check
Well,
for traps.
We'll clear it right here. You don't notice any traps in this hallway, and you don't notice anything else that out of the ordinary. Okay. So
It wouldn't
what?
work anyhow, Rob. Chris, it wouldn't work.
What?
Unless it's a feat. The trap sense.
I would say she's skilled in it as well, so she would have a
Skill.
a
yeah.
bonus to it, but not as high as would be normally. So, so you make it about halfway down the hallway, avoiding this mosh podge of broken swords, armor, and just random.
And then I sit down and take
Stuff.
a nap because my legs are tired.
Right.
I'd say, somebody please carry me.
You're basically running down the hallway while Willie's walking down the whole thing. Okay. John,
Mm-hmm.
your go.
Alright.
As you walking through the doorway, fortitude save.
I don't know why I brought this up here with me.
Chris, how did I shrink? I cast fortitude.
Yeah, so that way you can get through the door.
I already could. I got a 57. I just.
If you succeed the save, you shrink to medium. If you fail the save, depending on how badly you fail the save, you shrink to small or tiny.
Alright, so I have to do. What do I have to do for the save on taking control of the construct I'm in?
Oh yes, that's right. We were doing that. So you're looking at a 56.
Of what?
It would be will save.
Okay. 56. My will save is a 44.
You need 12 or higher.
I'm 1 off. I literally rolled an 11.
That's so close. We'll say that it takes you a while to do it, but eventually you get the hang of controlling it. So we'll say you're a little bit behind them guys. You'll only make it about halfway down the hallway.
Well, don't I still have to walk up to the door? I was figuring I just made it to the door.
When you get through the door, basically you're getting through the door.
Now you gotta roll for your.
So now I have to roll to see if I can fit through the door, right?
No, you got to roll another fortitude save to see how badly you shrink when you go through the door.
Right.
You need a 66.
You need a 66 or higher.
Well, I have a 47 automatically, so.
19 or higher.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
What'd you get?
A 5.
Oh God.
Shit. Hang on. I feel like I have a boost for this somewhere, because my Constitution mod is a 15.
I'm a tiny little
Do I
spider
shrink?
demon.
Does my character shrink too?
So wait a minute, you got
spider.
Hey guys,
for me.
You better hope to God you don't shrink, or else I'm just gonna be calling you Baby Groot from now on.
So
What's wrong with that?
I am.
it is your turn next, Robert. So you shrink
I still have one last thing to do.
too tiny, and you're.
I'm literally the size of it, but I got like what you said, 50
You
something.
needed a 66.
And I got a 50 something. But it
Did
really
you get higher than a 56?
Fuck, what did I roll again?
I don't remember.
Does anybody
You
remember?
want me to play? You want me to play
Roll
back?
12.
I almost want to
5.
roll again.
Yeah,
I
you
got
rolled a
a
5. on
Okay.
this, so that-
17
Okay, total.
for my
I
first.
had one more move.
I know.
Yeah.
Just one second.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. 17 in the fortitude.
Yep.
57.
Okay, so you shrink to normal size, medium.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
5. So I got a 52. I didn't get a 56, but I got a 52.
Well, actually, no, you failed it. You didn't get a 66.
No, I got a 57 plus a 17.
So you needed a 66 to succeed it, which means you go to medium.
57 plus 17.
Okay. So you go to medium. All right, just check. I thought you said a different number. Okay, so
I'm being sincere though.
so you, being an arcanist, want to try and manipulate the effect that's going on in the room in the dungeon.
Right.
So you want to try and change yourself from tiny, about a foot, to medium. You wouldn't be able to overcome the effect totally, but you'd be able to get to the highest part of it.
Right.
You need 5 or higher on the dice.
Alright. I got a 6. I literally got a 6.
Hey, so you go to medium size, but that's only because you're accessing your arcanist abilities and basically doing some things that you wouldn't normally be able to do.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
So
So you
literally
you-
shrink and then just go.
you catch up basically with Willie. You kind of pass Karen as she shrinks from 8 foot, or how tall are you? About 7, 8, 6 or 7.
Do you have attack of opportunity?
So
Am I gonna
she's
attack you?
No, I was figuring you could just jump onto one of my 8 legs that I'm having and just stay there.
yeah. So
I'm
he's
using
running
my
past you.
back.
Do you want to try and grab a hold of him and catch a ride?
Because technically it would be grapple, which is an attack.
So attack.
And roll a 1 and cut your foot off or something. 17 on the dice, so.
Okay, so you run past, and with like ninja-like stealth, she just basically just grabs a hold of you and starts riding you.
I'm a spider too,
And
so
you're a
here we
spider.
go.
All right, so
I could already see it. You
It
just
is
climb up onto my shoulder.
Robert's
Hey, how you
turn.
doing? This is the first time a person is on a spider shoulder.
so Robert, you basically step through the doorway just like everybody else, and you got a fortitude save to do. Dun, dun, dun. Don't blow it.
Wait, how can I even get in the doorway?
As soon as you step in it, the effect starts to happen. So you literally put a toe in, and it starts to shrink you.
I rolled a 17 for that.
Man, spider.
Okay, so
So you shrink to medium.
is there any enemies? Or are we just running down this hallway?
You're just running down this hallway.
Okay, well,
It's just filled with a bunch of broken armor and weapons and stuff, and you're like, what the heck is going on here? But you basically catch up with Willie and John. And Karen, because she's riding
Hitching
John.
a ride.
I just now realized the other thing, because you said it's dark and gloomy.
yeah,
Does that sound
It
like
is, yeah.
Kevin?
Not anymore.
You're fighting
I've got
John.
hellfire going on.
Yeah, you're going,
So I'm the light in the darkness again.
so.
This is Ghost Rider all over again.
so I'm gonna just continue walking down the hallway.
It's cold in here.
So.
Actually,
You shrink from 45 foot to
35.
outside- Oh, 35, that's right, I forgot.
But I'm
35
actually
foot
gonna,
to about 8 foot tall.
seeing that everybody, because I can see down the way there, I can see Karen's tiny and John's small.
Well, Karen's on my shoulder right now.
Right. And John's small, and then Willie's
no,
kind of
I'm-
smaller than he normally should be.
No, I'm 8 foot.
Right.
I used my final move to go to normal.
Okay. Well, seeing that everybody changes size, I'm going to wait for Bobby to pass through before I continue on down the hallway with the rest of the group. That way, if she is tall, I can pick her up and carry her.
Or if she shrinks,
she's
yeah.
if she's too small to make it with everybody else.
Okay, so as soon as Bobby steps to the doorway, nothing happens. And she goes, well, it must be a planar effect. Or
Planar effect.
a planar effect. So she's like, well, it must be a planar effect. So she just starts moseying down the hallway, and you're like, huh, how about that? I really hate you sometimes.
Right, exactly. No, I just hate you just a little bit sometimes.
You guys make it down the hallway. As you guys are approaching the end of the hallway, you're basically fire from your head that's basically on fire from this machine. Basically, it's just your face on fire like Ghost Rider. It's illuminating the hallway as you're walking down the hallway, and as you approach the end of the hallway, it's lighting up the bricks, and you see a wooden door basically covered in ornate, basically iron carvings and all kinds of trim and stuff. So,
Kicks that fucker.
so
I have 8 legs. Which one do you want me to kick it with?
Willie's going first.
Yep.
What are you doing, Willie? You kicking in the door?
I shrank, so I don't know. Let's see, what can I do?
I'm not moving you back up.
I know you will.
Are you kicking in the door? Are you listening to the door?
I'll listen to it.
Okay, so roll a perception check.
Why do you always pick the lowest thing I have?
Because I'm awesome like that.
41 plus whatever I roll.
I got a question. Who
54.
owns the house here?
You get.
You?
So,
You hear? Do you smoke inside?
No.
Anything?
Anything? No. If it's electronic.
Yes, small time.
all right.
54.
So, you put your basically face to the door. You don't have an ear.
Nope.
You're basically just listening to the door. as you listen through the door, you hear what sounds like.
Bobby fart.
Um,
Boom.
How can I describe it?
They give you one of those
It's
sound
basically
dragons.
this.
Fire.
That's what you hear on the other side of the door. As you touch the door, your senses aren't as acute as a person's, but as your metal face touches the door, you can tell that there's some heat coming from the door itself. So what are you doing? You open the door?
I tell you one. Don't open the door. It's fire.
Let me ask you a question. You ever seen the movie Backdraft?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you opening the door?
No.
Okay.
No one open the door.
So he yells down the hallway, "Don't open the door."
Hey, where's Karen? Oh, there she is.
On my shoulder.
She's shrunk.
Carry me over there.
She just goes beep, 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 beep. She's small. She's tiny.
You hear also, what sounds like...
A big fart. Robert, don't fart in this room. He's gonna blow us up. John, wouldn't it work? Him making that canister stuff, stick it under there. There goes the wooden door. Would that work, Chris?
I don't know, it was metal. And wood.
Oh, it's metal?
He said it was metal and wood.
You hear kind of this sound, but it's more like faded in the background. And then you hear...
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah.
Whether we take off their clothes.
Oh, we got some
You hear this? Kind of faded in the background.
Okay, it's a horse.
And then...
Not these guys again, John. I hate these guys.
It's the headless horseman.
No, it's
To be honest, I'm thinking of one thing, but I'm
yeah, same here.
pretty darn sure it's not.
I kind of...
The horse.
I'm trying to find it.
No,
but I
I'm
can't
thinking of
find it.
Dullahan. Do you know this legend creature called Dullahan?
No.
He's the headless horseman, but he's a horseman.
You just kind of hear something walking towards the doorway. You can tell it's getting closer to the door.
Guys, I'm getting away from the door, but there's something coming out the door.
You're currently got everybody behind you, so you can't back up. What are you doing?
Throws the person behind him at the door.
Everyone back up a little bit, please.
Are you grabbing a hold of the door?
I'm trying to block it so I can't get through.
I'm hoping for dear life.
You can tell by the way the architecture is designed that the door opens in. So in order to stop whoever's on the other side of it from opening it, you have to grab a hold of the handle and hold it shut. What are you doing?
Which
He
is
has a
what it looks like.
construct, so he can pretty much
The
make
door's
himself
a
lock.
wooden door with iron carvings and iron engravings and trim stuff on it.
I mean, what kind of handle is
The
it?
door handle itself is iron too. Like a doorknob.
What's its shape?
Doorknob.
Oh, come on, it can't be a little gap. I think I have one of the swords and stuck it in there. You can't move it.
Well, let's roll for it. Is it a knob or is it like a handle? Okay, so it is a handle. So you can kind of wedge something in there if you want and stick it into the wall.
I'm gonna grab a couple of those swords and stick it in there.
Okay, so you pick up a piece of a shard and you just kind of jam it in there.
Yeah, more than one, I'd go.
Okay, so roll an attack then.
Wouldn't it be lower?
We'll say it's acrobatics. So it'd actually be dexterity. To get it through the door just right and jab it into the wall.
50 right off the bat.
Okay.
And 16.
Okay.
66. Route 66.
So you quickly as you can, you just swipe up a couple shards and just jam them right through that and right into the wall.
Yep.
Right into the stone of the
Hey,
wall.
Mr. Tree, don't rip off this door. There's bad guys behind it.
As soon as you do that, you hear something grab a hold of the door and start to jiggle it, trying to frantically opening the door.
Hey, Mr. Tree, stop wiggling the door on the other side.
As it's wiggling, you see flames coming through the crack of the door as it's trying to wiggle it open.
I wish I had my eyesight. I can see.
No,
where it is.
no.
Okay. Karen,
You're up.
as soon as Willie does that, you hear somebody scream from the other side of the door. God, please let me out! Help! Help!
I hear it.
No, everybody hears.
Oh, I'm like,
Excuse me,
I
Debbie?
only hear it.
I'm going back to the
Oh.
inside.
You can do an insight check if you want to see if the person on the other side is being manipulative or sincere.
Can I get through, dude?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
What'd you get? A 1? Da-da-da.
Here, you want my card?
Yes, we'll cancel it with that one.
Okay. So.
Oh wait, give that one back to her and use this one.
What's you roll?
Okay, so
Karen, what's your
you
roll?
would get this card.
I rolled
then,
a
'cause she
1.
uses it. You're gonna switch
Make it
with
a 20 again.
Alright, so use the card to cancel it. You're not able to tell whether the person is sincere or if it's a ploy to get you to open the door.
Oh wait, I ran it. All that crap doesn't work.
So
She can make it to 20.
she can if she wants to, but it's
Do
up
it.
to her.
Let's give the 2 more then. Do it, please. I don't want to die. You do 4 each level.
Okay, fine.
And that's your second one.
So, John, do you have a card?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I haven't rolled a 20, so.
So
So technically, do I use that card? Do I
give
still have
that
card?
one back. She doesn't use it then. Give that one back to her. John gets this one
John gets.
because it gets passed on to the next person if she has one already. Okay.
Take an
So-
extra turn.
What you can tell, Aaron, is that the person on the other side of this door is genuinely sincere about not wanting to die and being burnt to death. They are currently being burnt to death on the other side of this door.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
Well,
I don't care. I'm just trying to
Willie's like, don't open the door! You're like, but the guy's dying!
I just don't play Dungeons and
I have no idea
You
what's on
remember,
the
he
other side of
passes
the door
spell?
for sure.
to block the flames.
You know there's
coming
fire on the other side of the
through. Hey,
door.
John. Get ready to eat the door. Eat the flames.
I'm in a construct. For
I
that
guess
matter,
we check
am I
for-
even able to do that?
Traps and see if there's something maybe that could set off or unset off whatever's happening. Possibly. Track.
Crit one.
Seriously, I hate you.
There's get another one of that.
Oh, this dice
You
is
need
broken.
new dice.
That's your
Okay.
third one.
Is it a 1?
Yeah, here's your card.
Okay.
Like,
Make it a 20 again. That's your third one. One more. Roll 2 d8s now.
Oh yeah, was that your second 20
Um,
of the night or no?
yeah.
Okay, so roll a d8. We'll cancel this one with the...
Use where I want the civil.
I need a card. Does Robert, do you have a card?
She's not using a 20. She's not changing a 1 to a 20. She's just rolling her d8 for the first couple.
3.
Okay. So,
You got power.
she just canceled the one with the other one. So, you got a 3. Roll a d4. You got extraordinary.
A round point of power. First of all.
1.
Okay, you get a renown point.
What do I do with that?
Renown points can be used to do some pretty cool things. They help you rank up in a guild. You can cash them in for some cool things, cool abilities. You can cash them in for all kinds of things.
That's one.
I'm sitting there thinking to myself, where the hell is Dex?
Right.
So I was trying to tell John on his turn
So-
he should look for Dex. And
I can't right now.
So you rolled a 1 on, I'm trying to remember. Trying to figure out,
Just checking to see if there's any
Do
way
the
that
traps.
there's like a trap or something I could do to.
you have no
Check the
clue if
door.
there's a trap on the door. None whatsoever. You know for a fact that if you open that door, there's gonna be a flash from basically a flashback from the fire itself. But you're conflicted because you're not sure. You know for a fact that the person on the other side doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
I'll be going after it too. So don't forget, Chris. I don't want people to die anymore. I can't kill no one, so I'll be going there to try to open it now. Wouldn't I? I'd have to do a
My
save.
shoes once. I got a dragon controlled shoes, immune to fire. Could like go feet first, but it wouldn't matter because they don't work here anyway.
Hello
So.
there.
It's my new flaw. When I have to open the door,
Hey, John.
I can't kill people. I do help people.
No, it just means you can't kill people.
Oh,
It doesn't mean you can't let people die.
darn. I
So
wanna
you're
roll
like,
again.
I don't want everybody else to die. Don't open the door. And Karen's like, but the guy's dying on the other side of the door. Open the door. And you're like, no, I don't want to. And
Wanna
Karen's like,
Russell
but.
about it?
So what do you do? Anything else?
Excuse me. How?
You're like, eh.
Couldn't I use the
I got
next
nothing.
door to open a door on the other door and grab and pull them back?
Okay, John.
Oh yeah, spell effects don't work.
What are you doing?
That one.
Willie's like, don't open the door. Karen's like, but the guy's dying. You should open the door.
I got my undead Dracula
Who's dying?
servant. Can I have him open the door? We all stand back.
Who's dying?
The guy
Somebody
behind
on the
door.
other side of the door.
Because he's already undead, right?
It could be Samuel.
He's in your house. In your.
Samael?
I don't know.
Oh, somewhere. Oh.
Okay. What are you doing? You're behind these guys.
I have no idea.
No, worst case scenario, the construct I'm in just gets destroyed and I can just pop right out, right? Kind of like cracking an egg.
Worst case scenario, the fire engulfs the whole hallway and everybody takes damage.
So there's fire in there,
Yeah.
Me.
and I can't shadow step here.
You can't absorb the fire either.
I know. Like, he told me I should, and I'm like, I can't. I really can't.
What are you doing?
You can't use any special abilities. How does the ectoplasm work?
Barely.
Yeah, barely.
Because I figured that was because I did the ectoplasm armor, and it's helping me figure out, like, more thoroughly how to control shit.
Right.
Oh yeah, we see a hand coming in there now.
And this giant hand just reaches out of nowhere and gives you a lobotomy.
I can be able to see it.
We want to
Whoever's behind it, because you already said with the radiation and crap, I can be able to see shit.
Right.
What's the board for?
You wouldn't be able to
What's the
see
word
through the door?
It's a man.
But I could see, like, their outline
Yeah,
and
why are you
whatnot,
guys using
right?
it though?
Possibly, yeah.
Like, I could tell if it's Samael or not, right? Because
Yep.
he'd have the same energy description.
So roll.
What would I have to get? I want to know before I roll.
5 or higher on the dice.
I got an 8.
Alright.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. So you're good. Basically what you see is not the outline of Samuel.
But is it his energy?
No. It's somebody else.
Could I tell if it's good or bad, or?
No.
It's a
Alright.
dance.
If he's seen the energy before, he'd be able to recognize
It's
it.
Dax. Shit fuck.
He's quite so.
Alright, well then in
How
that
does he know
case,
Dax?
first off, I'm telling everybody else just to get to the walls. Because more than likely the fire will go as a beam, right? Or would it literally flood it? It would flood?
It would fill the hallway.
Does Dark
The
Side
main
still
question
work?
is, who's opened the door?
I am.
Can I send one of my Balemore Dragon, my undead Dracula servant? It's already dead.
Yeah, but if you send him to open the door, he'll get destroyed. You can if you want. Instead
Well,
of having other people
Yeah,
take
that's
it.
the one thing. You're gonna have to jump onto somebody else. You can't be on my shoulder for what I'm about to do.
Trust me, Willie. Catch.
Toss me!
Don't drop me.
Just don't tell anybody you did.
Did you just drool?
Possibly.
Hopefully,
I just saw something fall out of your mouth.
Okay.
Alright,
Focus. Focus.
okay, question. What's magical aptitude? Because that's one of my feats.
I will have to look it up later. Focus.
No, I'm asking just in case it helps. But,
So you're opening the door?
I was actually gonna try and... I was gonna break a part of it open.
Are you going to cast a spell before you open the
Yes, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now, because I know I can do sorcerer and wizardry spells,
Right.
but I don't have a spell book.
door? I would say some kind of shield would be nice.
Well, what I'm wanting to do is break a part of the door open so that way it's not, the whole.
Or it's gonna shoot out like in a big spraying.
There is a fire.
Force.
There is a fire one. That
I will have you roll an insight check to see how long Dax has left to live.
Robert, we
That'd
need
be
you
my
over
second
here.
roll.
If you want. Or
That-
you can just...
I'd be able
Do
to see
what
it
you-
anyhow. That's
true.
right.
That's true, you do have Death Sight.
So I don't have to
As
roll.
an ability.
The abilities don't
And
work.
doesn't
abilities
work.
don't work.
You said this one does.
Not this
This
area.
this would be you trying to regain it. Your first success at regaining an ability in this area. So it's up to you.
Just know I'm using another fucking hit 40 action points in one session. I better level up. So.
So
Hey, Robert. We need you to cast a spell very shortly to get Dax out of here.
So what'd you get?
One, make it a 20.
One?
No, I got a 4. Fucking piece of shit.
So what were you attempting to do?
You said to do the life thing, or the death, which I'm changing my dice right now, because this shit's just bull.
Dax knows you're there. He gives you a reroll.
Alright.
You hear what
got a
sounds
14.
like a blood-curdling scream coming from the other side of the door.
I just don't know if he's enjoying it or not, because he gets smacked around all the time and he enjoys that.
Oh, he's not a sadist or a masochist.
Is this a spell?
Alright, well,
You hear it coming right up.
alright, what am I doing with the death sight?
Seeing how long he has to
Seeing
live.
how long he has to live.
No, what am I using?
What is he using to make sure he uses it?
Magical attack.
Alright, well I got a 40, or I have a 48 for magical attack, and I
And
just
14.
rolled a 14.
62.
You're good.
Alright.
So, you basically close your eyes and open them again. As you open them again, you can kind of see Dax's life force through the door. You just kind of see his heartbeat, and you see it.
Wait, I'm able to access my abilities?
Some.
Just that one.
Oh, Robert, we need you to cast a spell
I have an idea.
to block the door.
I actually have a very good idea. And I don't know if I really have to use any spells for this.
What?
The ectoplasm that I'm using, because you even said I'm not stuck in the construct now. If I could somehow get through maybe even just a crack by using like one of the spider contraption's legs on me and just cutting through the door, I can throw the ectoplasm in there and do like a weird absorption thing and, well, this is going to sound weird, but bloop Dax into this side.
If you guys let me go, I could bust down the door, grab Dax, and make a stone wall on the door where the door used to be and get Dax out of there pretty quick.
It would happen all at the same time.
Well, all at
The
same
fire
time.
would come through.
Hello?
Well, that's why I'm saying I'd just
It
make
would
a
basically
crack
be an explosion. Same with what you're saying.
Bobby,
with
you
me.
can control fire.
So as you crack that door, it's
I can control the fire though.
thing will
Our
blow
elemental abilities don't work here.
The thing is,
Well, is there
instead
any sort of
multiple
crevice in
abilities,
it, or is
spell.
it just like completely sealed?
it's a completely sealed door. The only reason why it hasn't burnt up yet is because there's something holding it together.
Can I control the fire? Chris?
No, not here. Not yet.
See? Told you.
Burning
Throw
flame.
Devin's character.
Yeah.
Once per day.
Cool the room down. Yeah. Wait a minute. You don't have any abilities. Damn it.
I just come out.
Tell you what.
What is this?
Yeah. What is what?
The fire. Is it a spell?
Yes.
But
Okay, so you rolled 20 to extinguish the fire. You extinguish the fire. Good job.
Is Dax good?
Yeah.
You open the door. Dak's lifeless body is sitting on the ground. He is a crispy frog.
I pray.
wait, is
No.
my regeneration still
Crispy
active?
salamander.
He's a crispy salamander.
I pray
Is my
that.
regeneration still active?
frog legs.
No.
So
I,
if I
So you reach into the room and drag him into the hallway? Yes or no?
I was figuring on just picking him up. Because if I drag him, I'm scared that he'll just fall to pieces.
You have an option.
Okay.
Drag him into the hallway or enter the room.
Huh?
Never
But
mind.
Samael's in there too, isn't he? No? Well, what the fuck?
Enter the room or drag him into the hallway.
and this is no offense to him then, but I used one of the legs and I quickly I shish kebab him. I shish kebab him. No, like literally, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm taking this back.
So yeah.
He can't feel it, so.
So you and drag him into the hallway.
Oh, I pick him up like that. I'm just. Nice and easy.
Okay, so you drag him in the hallway. You cannot resurrect him because that is a too high of a level spell. He is wearing an amulet from Paler. Who wants to try and prey on the amulet and resurrect him?
Wait, you said Paylor's the ultimate fire god now?
Yeah.
And technically he would be my boss too, or no? Because I'm the chain devil, or no?
Be your boss.
So because like I said, well, that one move I just did there was my third one, wasn't it? Grabbing him? Alright, well I use Triumph. I take one extra turn.
Okay.
This is going to be my very first time ever doing anything like this. Nobody tell Shannon. I'm praying to Paler.
Okay.
And I'm going to be like, I'll just be blunt. I'll be like, you don't talk much, but you know Dax is a good buddy to you and me, so please just bring his crispy, frog leg ass back over here.
Save your daughter. Say that.
Okay, so you need to roll.
Oh, shit.
And it will be a...
Only it was a 50.
Why 50s are harder, right?
No, they're easy.
Higher the number, higher you get.
Whatever's higher for you, either a diplomacy or interaction.
Where the fuck do I do that?
You have your level. What's your level?
27.
Okay. Let's say you are not proficient in it, so you don't get any bonuses there.
My charisma is the lowest thing I have. The modifier's a 5. I haven't even thrown any.
What's your wisdom?
My wisdom's a 7.
Okay.
The modifier is.
Your level plus your wisdom plus what you roll.
And what do I have to get?
I don't know yet.
A 95.
Just make it easier. We can help him out. Save his daughter.
You had to use this dice. You have to get above
You need a 51 or higher.
I have a 34, adding all that up. 27 plus the modifier. Why can't I just go with the will?
Okay.
Will save? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, my will save, because then that's a 44. If I just add to that.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. It's basically the same thing. So you would need what then?
7.
7 or higher on the dice.
Alright. I got a 16.
Woohoo! So, you basically lay your hand on this crispy salamander, right where his amulet is.
After I already pull out the leg, right?
You're reluctant to pray to Paler, but you do anyway, now knowing that he is the one literally in command of your fire. So, as that happens, you feel the hellfire come through you and down your arm and into the amulet. And as soon as the hellfire touches the amulet starts to glow and it turns the hellfire into phoenix fire around his neck. And the amulet just disintegrates. But Dax, instantly, his flesh starts to regenerate.
Into metal.
And he basically just goes...
Coughs up a bunch of smoke.
Yeah.
My first comment right now is going to be, I told you to quit smoking, you dumbass.
So, we'll end it right there with you guys rescuing Dax, and we'll kick it up again going into the room next week.